Well, it's less than a month to go in the high school football season. The playoffs winding down in a couple of weeks will crown 6 champions from across the state. Hello again. Welcome into another edition of High School Game Time. I'm Lee K. Howard. He is the pride of Butler High, Brian Milam,
who are in the 6A semifinals. We start tonight in Georgetown, where the Scott County Cardinals have all but owned 6A football this season. They're the highest scoring team in Kentucky. Tonight they face Henry Clay, a team the Cards have pounded the last 3 times. A combined score of 209-75. But it's our game of the week, and it was a good one. Here's Ryan Lemon.
A great game with as good a fourth quarter as you'll see anywhere. Scott County leading 22-21 going into the fourth when DJ Davion Jackson goes 16 yards. Henry Clay goes up 27-22. But back comes Scott County. And on the reverse, Grayson Miller, 52 yards. Cardinals go back out on top, 30-27. Next play from scrimmage. DJ Jackson busts loose again. This time he goes 71 yards, and just like that, Henry Clay's back out on top, 34-30. But next play from scrimmage, I'm not kidding, Keith Guy from Scott County. He goes 63 yards for the touchdown. That put the Cards up 34-31. Henry Clay had the ball, driving deep into Scott County territory with 12 seconds on the clock, but the play won't work. Cardinals make the sack. Cardinals win it 34-31.
You know, we want to be the best team in this area. And, you know, we don't talk about winning state championships and those kind of things. We talk about being, let's be the best in this area.
We just all take that momentum going every time, even though we're down, but we always try to get that momentum going.
Scott County hasn't had to come from behind all season, and they had to do it twice in the fourth quarter to win this one, their 5th region championship in a row.
Hashtag
Ryan Lemon, Wkyt, Game Time.
That is awesome. Great atmosphere. Congratulations to the Cardinals. Now we go to 4A. Mercer County shocked Boyle County last week. Will face Lexington Catholic for the 2nd time this season. Earlier this year, the Knights handed Mercer a 34-16 loss. The winner of this game to host a semifinal next Friday. Let's go to the highlights. Mercer County was chanting Pardue Nation, and why not? But the Knights have won 8 in a row over the Titans, down 3-0. Lex Cath turns to Marcellus Logan. He barrels his way in, 7-3 Knights. It's now 10-3 Knights. It's Logan again, blasting his way from 16 yards away, 17-3, and it looks like there's going to be a rout. But here comes Mercer County. Chris Crawley-Goodman shows off that right fielder's arm. Lane Peebler shows the second baseman speed. He gets behind the defense at 17-11 at the half. But Lex Cath puts it away on the first series of the third. Guess who? Marcellus Logan, 58 yards, sprint for 6. He had 4 touchdowns on the night. Catholic takes control, and they win 49-14.
We had 2 opportunities at the end of the first half to put them away. We probably got a little too cute there at the end of the first half and came back and just ran Marcellus, and he took care of the rock and put it in the end zone a couple times for us, and just a great team victory.
A pair of undefeated teams going at it in Paris tonight. Mason County and Bourbon County in 3A. First quarter, second play from scrimmage. Colonel strike first. Brett Holman takes the handoff and shows off his speed all the way to the 7-0 score. Bourbon driving again. Dalton Pope rolls out, finds Jackson Highlander in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Mason fighting back, though. Rashawn Nelson goes in, making the score 14-7, but it's all Bourbon all night. Highlander catches the pooch kickoff, and you know why we're showing this play, don't you? He takes it all the way in for the touchdown. Bourbon moves on 47-21. They will host Belfry next Friday in a rematch of last year's semifinal.
You know, we got a tough game here next week against who I assume would be Belfry, might be Pike County Central, but you know, kids played well tonight, and we'll get back to work. You get to practice on Thanksgiving. That's always a good thing.
Belfry, we've been waiting for this for a long time. They've always been in the back of our minds.
Alrighty. Great 5A matchup. Anderson County hosting high-scoring Franklin County. First play of the game, Ross Cox takes the handoff. Just like that, 66 yards to the house. It's 7-0 Bearcats. Franklin County comes right back. They give it to the tank. Chris Roberts. Somebody please give this guy a scholarship. Look at the power and the speed. 48 yards. We're tied at 7. Anderson County would lead 20-14 at the break. Bearcats trailing 28-23, less than 5 to play. It's not Billy Kilmer, it's Zach Carmichael with the game winner. Anderson in a thriller, 31-28. They are back in the state semifinal.
More football, more mud down in Somerset. It's a 5A matchup. One loss Madison Southern, undefeated Pulaski County. Riley Hall hooks up with George Gregory for the early touchdown. 6-0 Maroons. Extra point was no good. Southern gets into the end zone at the end of the first quarter. Damian Harris gets to the outside and just gets in front. Look out for the cameraman. Yours truly. 2-point conversion was good, 8-6. Pulaski's Aaron Smith takes the direct snap, goes up the middle for the 8-yard score. Swoop! Watch out for the slide. Slides in safe, and Pulaski wins a close one, 32-28. The Maroons will meet Anderson County in the semis next Friday in Lawrenceburg. All right, more high school playoffs highlights still to come, and Georgetown. The Tigers prepare to open the NAIA playoffs. That's next on Game Time. When you think of Beechwood, you think of state titles. The Tigers, they've won 11 of them.
But at 8-4 this year, anything but a typical Beechwood season. Beechwood has ended Frankfurt's playoff run 5 of the last 6 years. What did happen tonight? Panthers down at Duck Dynasty, 7-0. Anthony Robinson changes that, drags several Tigers into the end zone. We're tied at 7. Frankfurt falls behind again, 14-7. But Robinson again, to play fake. Oh, he's going to keep it. Cuckoo-ca-choo. Here comes Mr. Robinson, dives for the pylon, and he's in. We're tied at 14. Panthers came to play on both sides of the football. How about some defense? Nathan Cox, he is a headhunter, and that guy is not. Big sack from Mr. Cox. Panthers pull it off. Huge upset, 35-21. Their reward, a trip to Mayfield to play the Cardinals in the semifinal.
All right, we head to the mountains at Somerset and Prestonsburg in 2A. First quarter, Castle Hatcher drops back to pass, can't find anyone open, so the sophomore scrambles for the Somerset touchdown, just like he drew it up, 7-0, purple and gold. Then it's Bryson Jones taking the direct snap, and just like Allstott punches it in for a few yards, 14-0 Somerset after 2 possessions. Somerset goes on to finish on top, 28-21. The Briar Jumpers will visit Newport Central Catholic in next week's 2A semifinals.
Let's head to 15th and Muhammad Ali for the 3A matchup. Wayne County and Central. Cardinals defense starting strong. Chris Clem forces the fumble, recovered by Jason Perkins. The fumble leads to a Junior Ruiz field goal, puts Wayne County up 3-0 in the first. Central quick to respond. The handoff to Darren Powell. He blasts his way into the end zone. The Jackets are up 7-3 at the break. But Wayne County with the comeback, they win at 17-7. They will travel all the way to Paducah-Tillman for the semifinal matchup with the Blue Tornado.
In 1A, it's Hazard and Williamsburg. Dalton Williamson. Actually, we have Dalton Sizemore.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Daltons here. Airs it out for Corey Shelton. He makes the nice catch there as he's falling to the ground. Good for 38 yards in the touchdown. Extra point made it 7-0 Williamsburg. Then Morgan hands off to Brandon Jones, last name basis here, finds the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown. Bulldogs tie the game at 7, but Williamsburg goes on to score twice more. They get the win, 21-7. Yellow Jackets, they win. They will host Raceland next Friday night for a trip to Bowling Green.
That's their first region title, I think, since '66.
Wow.
Number 3, Belfry Pirates fired up to play Pike Central. First drive of the game. Sandy Warren fakes the handoff to Trinity Carr, keeps it himself. End zone, 7-0 Pirates. There was a lot more of that. Warren hands it to Austin Hatfield. He runs it in, 14-0, and Belfry cruises tonight, 43-6. It's over to Bourbon next Friday night.
Yeah, Georgetown football travels to Carroll College tomorrow afternoon to open the first round of the NAIA playoffs. A year ago, Georgetown was the top-ranked team in the country, but suffered a first-round loss to Bethel. This year, the 13th-ranked Tigers will be the underdog against third-ranked Carroll. But they say they still think about that early exit last year.
You know, the whole season, our goal was to get back here and to kind of prove that we belonged there last year. We felt like we had an early exit of things.
We learned that you can never underestimate anybody. You got to play your hardest, play to the final whistle, play to the clock hit zeros. But this year, I think we're ready.
All right, 2-time national champion Georgetown will play the 6-time national champion Carroll College Saints tomorrow. Kickoff at 2:07, not a minute earlier, and you can see it on the CW Lexington.
When we return, a look at the Wildcats and Bulldogs between the hedges in Athens. That's next. UK just 2-8 this year, but that record does not match the desire of this team and the coaching staff. The losing hurts, but it hurts even more so for those who have put in the long hours to get this team better.
It's going to hurt. You know, the more you invest, the more it hurts. And so, you know, I think the more and more players that invest an awful lot into the preparation and into the game plan and into the game, it should hurt them more.
As we get closer to the end, every day starts to get a little more emotional. I start to think more, but, you know, I just try to enjoy, you know, these days left with my teammates and, you know, with the coaching staff, and just try to make some memorable moments.
Cats and Dogs tomorrow night, 7 o'clock in Athens. Game will be on ESPNU. Congratulations to all those teams who won tonight, and we will see you next week right here on Wkyt.
Have a good night.
Good night.